Try before we die.
Come on in. It's time to learn some more about Scotch whiskey. In our ever-present efforts to up our game, we pay attention to the details and the broad strokes, much like a party with a plan. We hope it goes well, and regardless, we can say we tried. WTF, whiskey, today's fact. Today we're headed into the historical land of dichotomy. Glenfarclas is the distillery we're visiting, who produces a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey in the Speyside tradition and region. Now you might be asking, how can a Highland single malt be produced in the Speyside tradition and region? Good question. Well, according to the Scotch Whiskey Regulations of 2009, since according to tradition, the Speyside region is located within the Highland region, sort of like a village within a town, the distillery has the option to self-determine which identity it would like to claim. Glenfarclas has chosen to be a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey produced in the Speyside tradition. Located in Ballindock, Scotland, Glenfarclas means Valley of the Green Grass and was granted its license to distill and produce in 1836 and was purchased by John Grant in 1865, and ever since has been run and owned by the descendants of John Grant. This unique heritage allows Glenfarclas to truly claim to be an independent family-run and owned business. Glenfarclas is known for their sherry casking, and one of the current members of the leadership and ownership team, John Grant, personally travels to a secret location in Spain to hand-select the correct European oak casks that previously held Oloroso sherry for the distillery. When you're personally invested in a situation, you tend to give more effort, and there are so many examples of this success playing out, and Glenfarclas is a prime example of this. Glenfarclas has a range of releases from 10 years to 40 years, with a number of no-age statement releases as well as some significantly impressive limited releases. Amongst these are the highly sought-after Family Cask series. In fact, Glenfarclas just released a very limited package with every family release from 1954 to 2003, original artwork, and a tasting set, all in a travel trunk, a quality piece of art filled with artfully created single malt Scotch whiskey. This family cask set retailed for over $100,000, never mind the secondary market pricing. Regardless of this expense, the Glenfarclas range has very accessible examples, and they seem to scaffold up in experience from the 10 to the 12 to the 17 and on. The sherry influence increases as well. Finally, in 2022, criminals did the nasty to Glenfarclas and broke into their visitor center and pilfered rare bottles. And we forever hate thieves, just like the Blues Brothers hates Illinois Nazis, and all Nazis for that matter. Some people just suck. And that's whiskey, today's fact, the water of life.